What's up, man? Current WBA Super Champion Keith Thurman and former Unified Champion Keith Thurman returns this Saturday against Jose Cito Lopez. And this is no disrespect to Cito Lopez. Jose Cito Lopez, man, he has fought, you know what I'm saying, some courageous fights, moved up in weight. I remember he fought Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He has had some a lot of wars in the ring, man. And no disrespect to him. I know he's going to come to fight. He can give Keith Thurman some problems, but this is all about Keith Thurman, man, and where he's at after being off for 22 months, or give or take a couple months. And I want to see how Keith Thurman looks. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how Keith Thurman moves. The punches he throws. Is he committing to the punches, or is he you know what I'm saying, just pawing out his punches? I want to see Keith Thurman. I want to see how explosive he is. I believe Keith Thurman. The rest that Keith Thurman got will be good for his body and his mind. And a lot of these fighters, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these fighters, most fighters start when they're real young boxing. You know what I'm saying? They dedicate their life to boxing. Keith Thurman said he started at what, 9 years old, 7, 8, 9 years old, somewhere up in there. So he's been boxing for a while. I think he said he had to leave high school or something like that because, you know what I'm saying, he couldn't box. And what's up, man? What's up, Hype Low? He couldn't box and do concentrate on boxing and do high school, so he had to leave that. So that shows you how much time boxing was taking up. You know what I'm saying, in his life. And a lot of times these guys do need rest. And I don't believe in boxers, you know what I'm saying, having rest. You know what I'm saying? Let me put that out there. But I mean, not just any boxer having rest, but a fighter seasoned like Keith Thurman that already accomplished a lot of things in his career. He was a unified champion. He was WBA, WBC champion. He did, you know what I'm saying, establish himself as one of the best welterweights, if not the best welterweight at that time. You know what I'm saying, he took his little hiatus with his injuries, and then, you know what I'm saying, his recurrent injuries, and having his injury on his hand. So he's a seasoned fighter. He has a great ring IQ. The man boxes well. He can punch. So I don't look at Keith Thurman as an unfinished product. Now, when you have fighters on a rise and they haven't accomplished, you know what I'm saying, as much as Keith Thurman accomplished, or they're not as polished in the ring as they should be and they still learning, having, you know what I'm saying, 22 months off will be a detriment to them. You know what I'm saying? It will work against them. But somebody like Keith Thurman, that off time will help rejuvenate his body and his mind and bring back and can possibly bring back the hunger. You know what I'm saying? Much like how Klitschko, before he fought Joshua, he had what, a year and a half off. I told people that will give Klitschko, that will work as a benefit to Klitschko, because Klitschko has already he's already established as a fighter. He's already accomplished a whole lot in his career. He knows how to fight. That rest will give him some rejuvenation. And then you seen in that fight versus Joshua, that fight did give. I mean, that rest did ultimately pay dividends for Klitschko in that Joshua fight. He looked good. Now he lost the fight, but he looked real good in that fight. That's the best I ever seen Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? Since his career started. So, like I said, the rest will do Keith Thurman well. What I'm looking for is how he perform in the ring. Now, the best case scenario is Keith Thurman knocks Jose Cito Lopez out in like 5 or 6 rounds. You know what I'm saying? If he does go the whole 12 rounds, and but to me, I'm looking for him to dominate the fight, to win. You know what I'm saying? 9-9-3 or 10-2, somewhere up in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for Keith Thurman to dominate the fight. I have no qualms about that. Now, can Keith Thurman get in there and want some rounds? Want to go some rounds? Now, it is fighters that go out there when they first come back and they choose a fighter to fight against. They most likely choose a fighter that really can't push them that hard, really can't hurt them with a punch. So if they choose to go some rounds, they will get some rounds in. Now, do I think Keith Thurman needs some rounds? Yes, I think Keith Thurman do need some rounds. I think Keith Thurman, if Keith Thurman can go all 12 rounds but dominate the fight, get pushed a little bit by Jose Cito Lopez physically, then that'd be the best case scenario for Keith Thurman as far as getting the rust off. But if he come in there and knock Jose Cito Lopez out in 5 rounds, there's gonna be people saying one time is back and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna get excited. Uh, I believe if Keith Thurman go in there and have a marvelous performance, you know what I'm saying, then he should go straight to you know what I'm saying, the winner of Ugas versus Sean Porter. That's what I think. There's no sense of fighting two tune-up fights, then fighting the winner Ugas and Sean Porter. Sean Porter has a WBC title. He's defending it against Ugas. So I would like to see Keith Thurman just go out there and get his belt. After he fights and defeats the winner of that fight, I would like to see him fight Earl Spence, the winner of Earl Spence and Mikey Garcia. I'm not writing off Mikey Garcia simply because I don't see Earl Spence as how everybody else see Earl Spence. I think Earl Spence is a good fighter, but just beating um, just him going out and beating Kell Brook is not enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Now I know he has had impressive fights on his come up. You know what I'm saying? On his come up, he has had some impressive performances. You know what I'm saying? But the first fighter that he got in, the first real fight he got in to me, in my opinion, was the Kell Brook fight. So you have to have accumulation of fights over time for me to say that you're a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? So he has more work to do before I can say that he can go out there and dominate. Now, Mikey Garcia is coming up in weight. It's going to be a tall task for Mikey Garcia, but I believe Mikey Garcia has the ring IQ and the boxing skills to compete with Earl Spence, and we'll see what goes on from there. You have to give Earl Spence the edge in that fight. But like I said, I would like to see Keith Thurman fight the winner of the Ugas Sean Porter, and then if he's successful in that, then fight the winner of Earl Spence versus Mikey Garcia. That's the steps I would like to see Keith Thurman take. Now he did an interview with Fight Hype when he was on Fight Hype. He was doing his little workout, his media day workout, and he was talking about he's gonna run his career how he want to run his career. I respect that. You can run your career how you want to run your how you want to run your career. He was saying that because I guess one of the guys asked him a question about Earl Spence, and he said, "Well, I'm gonna fight Earl Spence, but I'm gonna move how I want to move. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to see the Earl Spence Keith Thurman fight in 2 years. I want to see it. It should possibly happen this year, later this year. If Keith Thurman can fight this fight, have no injuries, no setbacks, then, like I said, fight the winner Ugas Sean Porter. He could fight again. He could fight 3 times this year. I believe he said he wanted to fight 3 times this year. He could fight 3 times this year. Now, will he? The likelihood if Sean Porter win, will he fight Sean Porter and Earl Spence back to back? I would say the likelihood is yes because Keith Thurman has shown that he'll fight 2 top fighters back to back. You know what I'm saying? He fought Sean Porter and Danny Garcia back to back. So he will do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna rule it out. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna all depends on how he feels. You know what I'm saying? Because the man did have some injuries. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? This fight Saturday is gonna you're gonna have to tell. We're gonna see how Keith Thurman looks. I I think Keith Thurman's gonna look real good because I'm gonna tell y'all that rest did his body well, his mind well. He did get married, you know what I'm saying? So he got that part of his life established, and now it's all about getting his career back on. You know what I'm saying?